Alright folks, buckle up, this divorce hearing is about to get heated. The husband's attorney is opening strong, accusing the wife of filing, in bad faith. That's serious. In Texas, proving bad faith can completely flip who gets what in a divorce. Let's see if this claim holds up or if it's just courtroom theater.
Your Honor, this is a petition for divorce that was filed by the petitioner with bad faith. With the trial today, the testimony today will show that the petitioner filed his divorce in bad faith with the intent to deprive the respondent his legitimate share of the community property. We will show during the trial, during the testimony, that the intention was malicious, and as a result of that, we will implore the court upon testimony to grant this divorce and to also order the community properties to be shared equally between the respondent and the petitioner.
Thank you, counsel. Does that conclude your opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Now the petitioner, Shamir Green, takes the stand. Watch closely, her credibility here could make or break this case. Notice how the attorney walks her through every detail of residence and marriage dates. This isn't small talk. It's the legal foundation to confirm jurisdiction and establish the marriage timeline. Classic setup before the real drama starts.
Attorney Mitchell, you may call your first witness.
Thank you, Judge. I'll call Shamir Green.
Okay.
Ms. Green, please state your full name for the court's record.
Shamir LaShandria Green.
And you're the petitioner in this case, correct?
Yeah.
And prior to filing this petition for divorce, did you live in Texas for 6 months and in Dallas County for 90 days?
Yeah.
And you're currently married to Jerry Green?
Yes.
And the two of you were married on or about May 20th, 2011. And did you cease to live together as husband and wife on or about August 30th, 2023?
Yes.
Has your marriage become insupportable due to a discord or conflict of personalities that destroys the legitimate ends of the marriage relationship?
Yes.
Is there any reasonable expectation of reconciliation?
No.
Were there any children born or adopted during this marriage?
No.
Are you currently expecting a child?
No.
Now, has Mr. Green, your husband, been sentenced to federal prison for more than a year prior to filing, after you filed this divorce, or prior to filing this divorce?
Yes, but I don't know if it was a year.
Objection non-responsive.
Sustained after yes.
And to the best of your knowledge, when was he sentenced to federal prison?
He was sentenced in June of 2023, and he turned himself in August of 2023.
And for how long was he sentenced to federal prison, to the best of your knowledge?
A year.
And to the best of your knowledge, when was he released from federal prison?
March of 2024.
Okay. And when he was released, where was he released to?
I have no idea.
Okay. Have you had any contact with Mr. Green since he was put in prison in August of 2023?
Yes.
Okay. And what type of contact have you had with him?
Text messages from September 2023 until around October or November of 2023. And then after that, he called my job a couple of times, but that's it.
Okay. Tell the court why Mr. Green was sentenced to federal prison.
Boom. There it is, tax fraud. This is where everything shifts. Not only does that add financial tension, but it also introduces moral weight. The court will now have to decide, did she file for divorce because of betrayal and instability, or was it a cold financial move while her husband was down? It's a fine line, and every word she says now matters.
He was convicted of tax fraud, pretty much.
Okay. And you've seen the exhibits that we've produced for the court, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and petitioner's exhibit number 2 is the record of his conviction, correct?
Oh, well, I don't have that information.
Counsel, you can share, either one of you, you can share your screens.
Thank you, Judge.
Welcome.
While I'm working on this, Judge, I'll keep going. Ms. Green, so Mr. Green was sentenced to prison for a year, correct?
Yes.
But he only served about 6-7 months of that prison time, correct?
Yes.
You filed this divorce while he was in prison, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And when he was released from prison, did you have any contact with him?
Only when he called my job.
And did you talk to him then?
Yes.
Okay.
Briefly.
And did you request that he not contact you anymore after that?
I did.
Now, before he was sentenced to federal prison, what was his line of work?
He was an entrepreneur. He had a couple of tax businesses, or a few. He did help with his Golden Patient Care, which is a home health care agency as well. He was a part owner of that with his family company as well.
Okay. And to the best of your knowledge, he was convicted of tax fraud, correct?
Yes.
And as a result of that tax fraud, he now owes the United States government restitution in the amount of $1.2 million.
Yes.
Okay. And you're asking that you're not going to be responsible for any of that debt, correct?
Yes, correct.
Now, while the two of you were married, you all owned 2 properties, correct?
Yes.
And those 2 properties are 329 Valentino Way in Grand Prairie, Texas, and 1129 Fairbrother Drive in Fort Worth, Texas, correct?
Yes.
And both of these properties were purchased during the marriage.
Yes.
Okay. And who's the lien holder for the mortgage for the property in Grand Prairie?
I am.
Who do you pay the mortgage to?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wells Fargo.
Okay. And there's currently a balance owed to Wells Fargo, correct?
Yes.
Okay. When prior to Mr. Green being sentenced to federal prison, were the two of you splitting the mortgage equally?
Yes.
Okay. And when he went to prison, did that create a financial burden for you when it came to the mortgage?
Yes.
When he went to prison, how much was the mortgage?
It was $3,341.53.
And were you able to pay that complete mortgage on your own?
In the beginning, yes.
Okay. And when did you begin struggling to pay the mortgage?
Around year 2. I'd say about a year after I filed for a divorce. So after like November 2024, it started to get very burdensome for me.
Okay. And was Mr. Green helping at all pay that mortgage once he was released from prison?
Not once he was released from prison, no.
Okay. While he was in prison, was he helping you pay the mortgage?
Yes, he did give me money, and he had his family send money to pay his half of the bills.
Okay.
And his contribution totaled for 7 months, the amount of time he was in prison.
Okay. So once he was released, you didn't receive anything?
No.
This is where reality hits. You can feel her exhaustion as she describes struggling to pay a $3,300 mortgage alone. But here's the thing, even though the husband was in prison, he was still contributing through family support. The court will look at that. It complicates the idea of total abandonment and could influence how the judge divides assets later.
And that's when it began to get a little burdensome for you to pay the mortgage?
Yes.
And we've provided the court as exhibits the mortgage statements from 2020, 2023, 2024, and 2025, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Ms. Green, when it comes to the rental property, how much do you receive in rent from the rental property?
Currently, it's $1,924
And when did that lease go into effect?
on May of 2025.
Prior to May 2025, how much was the rent for that rental property?
$1,800.
And is the rental property paid off?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, what were you using the funds from the rental property for?
To cover the expenses for the house in 329 Valentino Way.
Okay. So, is it your testimony that the $1,800 that you were receiving in rents from the house on Fairweather in Fort Worth was used to pay for the house in Grand Prairie?
Yes.
Okay. And was Mr. Green helping you pay for anything with regard to the rental property?
No.
Now, when it comes to the rental property, were there any repairs that had to be made to the rental property?
Yes.
What repairs have you had to make to the rental property?
The most recent, I had to buy a new AC unit.
Okay.
And
when did you have to purchase this AC unit?
August of 2025.
And we've produced a copy of the bill for that unit, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And that's marked as exhibit number 13, correct?
I didn't get that information, but
Okay. All right. So you have a bill for the AC unit of $10,900, correct?
yes.
And you've paid that.
I took out a loan.
Okay. Is Mr. Green helping you pay for that?
No.
And what other repairs have you had to make to the rental property?
I had to pay for the garage door.
Okay. And how much did you have to pay for the garage door?
It ended up being around $2,200 total.
Okay. And we've provided that as exhibit number 8, that you had to pay $2,226.85, correct?
Yes.
Now, for the months of September and October, did you have to prorate the rent for the rental property?
Yes.
Why did you have to prorate the rent for the rental property?
Well, because the AC unit went out in August. And so I had to prorate the rent for a few days until I had someone come out to fix the AC, because my tenants were in a house without any AC in the middle of the summer. So once the AC was fixed or installed, the tenants called me and told me that the unit wasn't cooling. So I had to therefore get in contact with the company that installed the new AC unit. And it took a series of 10 days for them to get the AC running properly. And during that time, the tenants were in the house and it was about 80 degrees inside. So I prorated their rent for that as well.
Okay. Has Mr. Green ever tried to contact you with regard to this rental property?
No.
Now, is there currently a tax lien on the rental property?
Yes.
Okay, and how much is that tax lien?
Well, so there are back taxes of like $10,000.
And there's currently a lawsuit pending for those taxes, correct?
Yes, it's like $10,441 or something like that. Yes.
And explain for the court why those taxes haven't been paid.
Because I didn't have the funds.
Okay. And if Mr. Green hadn't gone to prison, would you have had those funds to pay for the taxes for the property?
Yeah.
Now, Ms. Green, who do you currently work for?
CBS.
Okay. And how long have you worked at CBS?
21 years.
And you do have a 401k, correct?
Yes.
And we've provided copies of your 401k statement from the end of the third quarter, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you took out a loan on your 401k, correct?
Yes.
When did you take out this loan? Do you recall?
Yes. It was September, either August, the ending of August of 2023 or early September 2023.
Did you take out this loan before or after Mr. Green was sentenced to federal prison?
Afterwards.
Okay.
Because
And
it posted in September the 12th or something.
and how much was this loan? Do you recall?
$50,000.
Okay. And why did you take out a loan of $50,000 from your 401k?
Because I needed to pay existing debt that I had, lines of credits, credit cards that were owed prior to him going into prison.
Okay. So, would it be safe to say that Mr. Green's federal prison sentence caused you to have to take money from your 401k to ensure that you were in a more stable financially?
Yeah.
Okay. Had he not gone to prison, would you have taken this loan out on your 401k?
That's a massive revelation. She had to borrow $50,000 from her 401k just to stay financially afloat. This tells the judge two things: first, she was genuinely burdened, and second, she's now eating into her retirement to cover debts that arguably stemmed from her husband's conviction. The emotional toll meets the financial fallout right here.
Probably not.
Okay. Now, Ms. Green, you all had a Mercedes, correct? A 2023 Mercedes?
Yeah.
Okay. And where's that car?
Back with the dealership.
And when did you send that car back to the dealership?
July of 2025.
And why did you send that car back to the dealership?
Because it was excessive. The payments and the insurance was more than I could handle. I don't need two vehicles, it's just me. And I could no longer afford to stay afloat and pay two car notes and two insurance.
Okay. And so, was the car repossessed or did the car get paid off?
It was paid off. The dealership paid for it to come back, and I had to pay the excess amount owed.
And the excess amount owed is about $6,000.
Yeah, $6,500.
Okay. So there was negative equity in this Mercedes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, we came to court back in 2024 after Mr. Green was released from prison, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And to the best of your recollection, what were the terms of the court's order at that time?
So in July of 2024, the judge ordered that I could have the house until the divorce proceedings were final.
And was there an order that Mr. Green was not supposed to come to the premises?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And did Mr. Green violate that order?
Yes.
How many times did he violate that order?
That I know of, one for sure.
Okay. And as a part of his conditions for being released from prison, he was not to file any taxes, correct?
That I know of, yes. He was no longer supposed to do any taxes at all.
Okay. After court in July 2024, were taxes filed on your behalf?
Yes.
Did you know that those taxes had been filed?
I found out when I received a letter in the mail from the IRS.
Okay. And for what tax years were the taxes filed on your behalf?
2021 and 2022.
And to the best of your knowledge, who filed these taxes?
Year did.
Okay. Did you provide Mr. Green with any information to file these taxes?
No.
Okay. Did you consent or sign any tax forms for him to file these taxes?
No.
And as a result of him filing those taxes for years 2021 and 2022, Do you currently have a tax bill?
Yes,
And how much is your tax bill from 2021?
it's $3,300, somewhere along that now.
Okay. And for 2022, how much is your tax bill?
30,000.
Were you planning to file your taxes married, filing separately?
Yes.
Were you given that opportunity before Mr. Green filed those taxes?
No.
Have you since reached out to the IRS to take care of this matter?
Yes.
So now you have a joint tax debt for tax years 2021 and 2022 that you had no knowledge of, and you did not give consent for Mr. Green to file, correct?
And just when you think it's over, another bombshell. Her estranged husband allegedly filed taxes in both their names without consent, landing her with $33,000 in IRS debt. That's not just betrayal, that's potential fraud on top of fraud. The courtroom's about to decide whether this act was malicious, and trust me, this moment could completely sway the judge's view of Mr. Green.